me, baby. We can do it. We can do it. Start talking. Hello. How you doing, jammers? Welcome back to my living, where we're making a living off living. You already know. Thank you so much for subscribing. You guys are awesome. It's awesome sauce that you're feeling the content. And I love that I've come to a place where I feel free in sharing exactly what it is I'm doing whenever I'm doing it, no matter how random it is. So what I was just doing, I just finished editing the last video about my update on where I am with the studies of the Mayan calendar. Woo! And at the end of it all, I added a message from one of the guys from one of the documentary type videos I was watching about the Mayan calendar, which I forgot to link, so I'll remember to do that now. And at the end he says that the form of creation is a spiral, and if you think about it, the DNA structures are spirals. You have snails, you have shells, you have your fingerprints looks like spirals. The galaxy, when you zoom out, looks like a spiral, like the vortex. So, and flowers, spirals. It's so dope. And someone just knocked on my window while I was sitting on the toilet, actually. And I finished up and I came and then I went out to see like who's knocking on my window. Somebody's breaking in my bed. And it was Jehovah's Witness. And then the lady, they were talking about stuff, and then the lady had earrings that were spirals, and I just looked at them and I was like, I really like your earrings. I've just been looking at spirals. And she was like, yeah. And then the guy, the man she was with, which turned out to be her husband, was like, yeah, the spirals are really profound. And he wanted to show me something, but he couldn't find it, so he said he would come back. So beautiful. And when she started talking about God, she started off by asking, do you think there's a lot of like negative images and a lot of people dying and horrible things happening in the world? Like the way she structured it, and she was like, do you think God cares about us? Do you believe in God, and do you believe that God cares about, that He cares about us, even though all this bad stuff is happening? And I was in the middle of like putting on lip balm and stuff. I was like, of course. I mean, we're here, so that just shows the power in itself. And then she was like, yeah, that's a beautiful answer. I want to show you something. And she had this iPad and showed me this Bible quote. And then after, she was like, yeah, I can come back after all the spiral conversations and stuff. They were like, we can come back and stuff. And I was just thinking now to myself, why didn't I share my genuine perception of God? Because I felt like I expected that they wouldn't understand, or that it would be so different. And I just didn't want to deal with that, so I'd just rather like follow. I did say that like I used to be a Christian. My mom still considers herself a Christian, and she does quote the Bible and value the Bible as God's word. And for me, I don't resonate with God being him or her. God is so much more than the confines of our perception of gender. And then later on, I'm thinking more to myself, I don't feel like you can really truly experience God from what someone has written down. The power of God is so much more than that, and at the same time it's so much simpler than that. The power of God is in a plant that grows from a seed into whatever it is seeded to be. God is in the sound of the words. God is in the movement of skies through the sky, of the light and the fire and the warmth of the sun. Like God is... You can still find God, of course, in anything. Like in a lip balm, you can relate it back to God, because everything is part of creation, and creation is God. We are God. We are creation. Just as much as a flower or a fly is creation. That's why I personally don't kill animals unless I can justify it. Like if there's a mosquito, for example, I'm more likely to kill that mosquito, but still recognize that it is life, recognize the life of the mosquito and wish it a happy transition. I don't know if that's the best way of doing it, but that's what I resonate with doing now. And so I was just thinking, they're saying that they're gonna come back because the guy was really intrigued by the fact that I mentioned spirals, and it looked like it really resonated with him. So I was just like, the next time they come over, I want to make sure that I really speak my truth and explain that I see God as us. And what I just said, basically, God is also the stillness. Again, I made a post about that on my website that I am really happy about, and that really resonates, and that I recommend you check out if you're interested, if you're curious. So that's all. That's what I wanted to share today, right now. I'm probably gonna upload 2 or 3 videos today. I think 2. I have another Norwegian video. I don't know if I'm gonna upload it here. I think I'll upload it here, yeah. So thank you for watching. Stay jamming, stay loving. Have a beautiful day wherever in the world, wherever in the universe you are. What if people outside of this universe are watching? Yo, that would be so dope. That's the thing, like my view of the Bible, do I really want to share? Like, how do we know? Are we gonna go there? The battery, I'm gonna go there. Like the battery is still, the camera is still on, so we gonna go there. But just in case it turns off, I'm gonna say bye bye, Jasmine. Thank you for watching. Oh, I already did that. So if you look at ancient civilizations or ancient like people, a lot of their writings have to do, even the traditional West African traditional religion book that I'm reading, the indigenous people, the tribal people, whatever you want to call it, ancient people, our ancestors wrote a lot about the beings, like gods in plural, and beings of like magnitude capable of affecting the weather and stuff like that. To me, that just